He walks alone, as one who has renounced his kingdom, as a proud animal in the forest, calm, strenuous in his determination to achieve the supreme goal. His mind free from attachment, fleeing idleness, firm, endowed with bodily and mental strength. Let the aesthetic go alone like a rhinoceros, like a lion which does not tremble at any noise, like wind which is not held by any net, like a lotus leaf untouched by water. Let him go alone.
The Buddha and other wise founders of spiritual systems set up monastic renunciation as a way of maximizing one's odds of becoming enlightened within a cultural context that supports such renunciation. Ancient Indian spiritual culture considered the attainment of nirvana to be very difficult, and so radical renunciation was a justified means of increasing one's odds of success. Monasticism or renunciation does not work for everybody, and some may make more progress within the context of a family and a framework of civic responsibility. It does tend to be more difficult to wake up when surrounded by politics and advertising and the demands of one's family members, but it is a higher difficulty setting for the same game, and some people do better on higher difficulty settings. So it is not absolutely necessary to be a monastic in order to be spiritual or even to wake up, although it can be the easier path to take for those who make spirit their priority in life. But that is assuming that one's culture even allows for support in the life of a renunciant. In the West, as things stand today, the culture offers little or no support for religious renunciation, and so there may be the additional difficulty of moving to a traditionally religious country in order to do it, or else be at odds with one's own culture. Do the best you can within the limitations imposed upon you by life, and you will make progress regardless of the rules you follow and the clothes you wear. All effort bears fruit.
As someone who's a monk, I know that just trying to escape society and leave everything and be in some comfortable environment doesn't lead to happiness. I mean, I think a lot of us have a materialistic way of looking at the world where all of our stress and anger and frustration is because of things outside of ourselves. But one of the things you learn is when you renounce society and leave is that your mind just finds new things to make you frustrated, stressed, and angry. I wish it was that simple, but it's not. But with that said, you can still learn new techniques and other things by going on retreat. I think it's great, and there's times to do both, to be in the world and to renounce everything. But it's definitely not the end-all be-all, and I think there is a way to be just as spiritual and have a family and have a worldly life.
A spiritual seeker joining a monastic order and thus becoming a monk or nun often ends up just swapping one set of materialistic views and thinking for another set of materialistic views and thinking. Nothing changes for the seeker. The spiritual seeker must renounce and abandon all materialistic thinking and views that only create suffering. In Zen, the seeker retreats from the world for a time, to root out of themselves the materialistic views and thinking that create suffering and renounce them. In this light, one transforms to the bodhisattva while in retreat, in where one's mind solely focused on renouncement, renunciation, and abandonment of one's own materialistic views and thinking, and revealing one's own true Buddhahood that was always there from the beginning.